me about me. This is my house. This is my mother's house. It's now my sister's house. And I was born here. I was born in Tagarigua.
Yeah, well, I was born about 5 minutes away. I used to ride these streets when I was.
Is that right?
Yeah, when I was in my teenage years, I used to ride all these streets.
All right. And what you should have known in your teenage years, that Tagar is probably one of the oldest villages in Trinidad.
Yeah, I only found that out recently. When I say recently, I mean over the past week, when I started looking at some of your videos and I saw you promoting your book, your new book, The Slave Owner.
The Slave Master Trinidad,
yes. And I didn't know that our biggest slave master was
right
from
in
right
Orange
here.
Grove, the biggest fella. But even before him, Tagarigua is an Amerindian word. It's an Amerindian word, Tagarigua.
Do you know what it means?
I'm not too sure. But I have it in another book, which I do. I'm sure, but I don't have it offhand. I did a book on the Indians, the Amerindians of Trinidad. And in fact, there was a dictionary of Amerindian words, which you find fascinating, written about 1884. So there's a dictionary, and I'll tell you what it means. I have to go back and look at it. But it was the oldest village, and of course, then the move, when the Spanish and people, they began to move the Indians and put them into what is called encomiendas. Those are little working areas. They were like 3, San Juan and then Tagarigua, before they moved them all to Arima. So this is one of the oldest villages here. And it has some of the oldest buildings.
Yeah, I see they want I see somebody recently bought the
you read my
house.
Yes,
I read it.
Yes. The point is here too that if you look at the church is the second church in Trinidad, Anglican church. It was built in 1843. That's the St. Mary's Church right across there.
This church right on the corner?
Wow. Well, of course. And that spot, they broke it down and had bought a new church. But that first church, the Tagarigua Anglican Church, was there. Then I went to what is called the Tagarigua AC School, not the one on the main road. It's one was just on the opposite side, which was built by slaves in 1837.
Wow!
It was built by slaves in 1837. The rectory right now, if you go to the rectory right now, across the street, was built in 1821. And then, of course, they broke down. We like to break down things. They broke down the school. And, of course, what you have now is, just that. So it's the oldest village. And I was born right here. I was lucky enough to be born here. So we call us districters. That's the one important fact of me. The second important fact is that very few families, black families, could trace their lineage to slavery. I can, as you would see in my book, if you read the Slave Masters, my great-grandfather was born here, not in necessarily this house, but in this village, in 1833. And slavery ended in 1834. And my grandmother was born in 1837. So we go all the way back. As I said, one of the few families who, in fact, been born here. So Tagar is a very important village.
And after that was the Anglican school. That was for primary school.
But I don't know, not for. You're talking as a young man. You only had one building, boy. You had church there. You had school there.
Yeah.
You had concert there. Everything took place in that one building. Because they weren't called not all purpose, but you wouldn't have that many buildings here. Right. You didn't have more than probably 500 people. When I was growing up, there were no Paradise East and Paradise West and all that stuff. That's recent. There was just clean field. Once you left behind my house here, all you went to is you see the forest, and you go up to the rivers, and you see sugarcane. There was nothing behind us. That's when I was growing up. So I used to go to, when I was going to school at Tagarigua EC, I used to go to the river to bathe. We didn't have no shower, or you go by the pipe by the corner and bathe. So that's how rural, if you want to call it, it was.
Yeah.
So that, so we grew up in that, and of course we had no lights. My sister figures she's modern, but I am old. And when I was growing up, we had a lamp called Home Sweet Home. I grew up with a light. We didn't have any electricity. So one bedroom here. That second bedroom is where my brother and she came on later, and we slept there. And we'd open the windows to get breeze because the light was on the table. You read in the table. So it's really almost a replica.
Was it one of those lamps that when you touch it turns on?
No. That was no. That you had a kerosene light.
Oh, okay.
You know what's kerosene?
Yeah.
What is kerosene?
Kerosene is a type of fuel, and you have the lamp with the wick.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. And they discovered kerosene in about 1870 or so when Stolmeyer had a lease on the Pitch Lake, and he got kerosene. Before that, what did he use as fuel?
Oh, I really don't know. You got me there. This is why I'm filming the show.
They had oil, but like shark oil.
Right, shark oil, whale oil, those kind of
oil.
things.
They didn't have, and then they discovered kerosene. And I'm saying the person who discovered kerosene was Stolmeyer. They Stolmeyer.
He discovered it down here?
He came from Germany. And then went to the States for a while. I guess that's also in my book. Went to Germany.
As in Stolmeyer discovered kerosene worldwide, or just
no? Let me take. I ain't going worldwide now. Might be. I don't know. I don't think so. No, it's from the Pitch Lake. It's from the Pitch Lake. It's from the pitch. It's a residue.
So he would have been the first person to really recognize what the significance of that pitch lake was.
But he had a big. I mean, they were thinking of exporting pitch and all that, and he had a concession on the Pitch Lake. And the governor friendly and so had a concession, and one of the byproducts was the question of pitch, PITC, as in pitch asphalt, pitch oil. And he's the one who not discovered it, but through his industrial whatever, he discovered pitch oil.
Right, he would have known what it was when he
they would do the experiments. I don't know. They might discover it could burn, and it could burn over a certain amount of time, and if you put it in the light, and they put that through discovery. I'm saying, so he's the one discovered pitch oil, but before there was the whale oil, which he used to burn. So that's how we sort of grew up here. And all around was cane. Even down the road, this block here, the next block are a cane field.
Yeah, well, that's why I guess they have cane farm up the road.
Cane farm. Well, they were all cane farm and Paradise, El Dorado, Macoya. They were all sugar estates. They were all sugar estates before Paradise. Before they sort of collapsed into the Orange Grove sugar estate, the Trinidad sugar estates under Burnley, and so of course they then came together. But it was just a number. All of these were sugarcane estates because where the sugar grew on flat, undulating lands. What is our main product then? Sugarcane. We didn't have no oil. So the whole place was planted up with sugarcane.
So what did Burnley do? Did he buy out the farms around him?
Not the plantations. The plantations. Some went out of business. He bought up some of them and so on. And some of it it's like what's happening in the farms in the States. Some become uneconomical. And of course, remember what happens with pitch and even oil. Pitch, sugars, even oil. When the price is, there was a big sugar tariff that the British put on in 1846, which meant that they paid a lot of money to get the sugar out, and so a lot of collapsing of the sugar estates and so on. But Burnley was very astute about that. He had the most money. He came here with the most money, so he was able to buy it or take what do you have on lands? Not warranties. When you buy a piece of land and you have to pay for it, how do you call it?
Mortgage.
Mortgages. He bought a lot of the mortgage from those guys, and he became the biggest.